Hi Virgo, because it is September 2019, I wanted to start with your readings because it's primarily your season. Hopefully you've already viewed the opening video and tapped into the meditation for this month. We are working with Hermit season energy, so the inward journey that needs to happen, your relationship with yourself, so that you can move into a better relationship with others and the world. All right, first to come out of the deck is the Justice card from my Ethereal Visions deck. So I think when it comes to Virgo this month, there's some karma that needs to come into balance, right? Justice is justice, right? We can think of the things in life where we feel like maybe we didn't get out of something in the past that we should have, or we're waiting to see the results of our bad behaviors, right? But I think it's really important when we think of justice is to understand that justice will always come. It doesn't always come maybe through the court system or through through the outside perspective, but trusting that in some capacity justice will come, and whatever has been brought out of balance will be brought into balance. But let's just see what the Ethereal Visions deck wants to tell you about justice before I continue to ramble on. My Venus is in Virgo, so it's interesting to have this. But the Justice card reveals that an outcome will be determined from the decisions you have made. It is a reminder that future actions can be changed by the lessons you learn in the past. It is an indicator that decision needs to be made. Upright means truth, fairness, equality, and balance. And reversed means dispute, dishonesty, lack of accountability, and corruption. Anyway, it wasn't reversed, so it doesn't matter. And we're not using this as predictive. We're using this as advice for the present moment. And for the present moment, you need to understand the truth. And I think your Hermit journey this month is really about, feeling into what's fair for you, what's just for you, what makes sense for you, Virgos try to be perfect. They want things to happen in a certain way, but at the end of the day, there's a part of you that's never going to fully thrive if you're denying the truth, and if there's aspects that can only really be brought into balance by you stepping away or doing what really you feel will balance them out, then what are you going to do? So really trusting this and looking into it, figuring out the truth that is there, but being fair to yourself, but also being fair to others. But you're usually pretty fair to others. So see about stepping out and figuring out what's actually fair to you. All right, from the Sacred Rebels deck, what is your message? Yeah, so for Virgo season, we tend to be a little bit more busy, as I mentioned in the opening video. And because of that, this month I really need to keep the readings a little bit shorter. And I'm sure that's better for you. They're getting a little long. But I hope that you did tap in and do the meditation with me. I'm going to definitely be thinking about this Justice card when it comes to my scheduling and really, bringing into balance, what is actually, what needs my time and what really doesn't. So from the Sacred Rebels deck, we have a big, bold vision, which is 15. It's a little shiny in here. There we go. She's beautiful. And you can see she has something happening in her throat chakra and her third eye. So she's being inspired by the divine, and she's expressing that in the world. So, there's a dream that you have, probably, Virgo, a big dream, and allowing yourself to really, really see that, and seeing some of the work that's happened in the past that hasn't worked out as being like preparation for this, rather than dulling down this vision because you think what's happened in the past is an indication that this vision is too big or whatever it is. I think if you can see it as like, I've been working really, really hard, and that means that eventually this can happen, it would be a little bit more healthy for you. But let's see what's said here. This oracle brings a message for those who would like to further develop their intuitive sight, and it is already happening. Trust in what you perceive, even if it conflicts with what everyone else around you is saying or the surface of things. Trust your inner perceptions. They are accurate and will be proven to be so later on. The healing process below will help you, blah, blah. This oracle brings a general message of positive energy. Trust that things will be coming up roses for you, even if everything seems to be a bit in shambles now. It really just the essential mess before a truly spectacular success. So yeah, things might not have worked out in the past and you thought that it was unjust because you put your whole heart into it and you had good intentions, and even though it wasn't received or it didn't work out, you maybe thought like, oh, I must have had bad karma, or maybe I was going in the wrong path. I think what you need to understand is it just hasn't happened yet, and whatever has happened in the past just wasn't quite it, but it was still leading you in the right direction. Life is a journey, not a destination. I hate when people say that, but it's the truth. Okay, and then so for the chakra oracle, let's see, complacency. Don't settle. Just don't settle. You don't need to settle. However, you want to be content with what you have. You don't want to not be grateful. Virgos can kind of, that perfectionist can create like a nagging energy. But really, you know what you want and what you're capable of. And this month, just kind of being really, really clear on that, because you can settle for something else, but it's not true to you, so and it's not just. The world needs you to express whatever it is that you need, and you feel that you need to express, and this because you've done it in the past where you've actually like followed through with the thing, not the silly thing that was just for ego purposes, but like the actual thing inside of you where you're just like, if I follow through with this, I know that something good's going to happen, and you see how it positively impacts a lot of other people. That's why you do your work. It's not because of money, it's not because of fame, it's not because of self-expression or self-ego or whatever it is. It's because that little fire inside of you that is unrelenting and will not let you back down, that kind of kills you if you don't follow through with it. The whole world needs it. That's why it's so strong. Yeah. So it's not selfish to do the thing. Sometimes we get confused and we think things are that when they're not. But that's what this whole month-long journey is to kind of get a little bit more clear on what it is. The personal inquiry here is, how can I refine my dreams? How can I stop procrastinating? Virgo. And the mantra is, am I feeling the loss of my dreams? Dude, all right? Keep the big, bold vision. It not working out in the past was just, it wasn't time. It's okay. It's all going to come around. It will balance out. All that hard work is going to make you feel like you deserved it. And at the end of the day, you're an earth sign, so you kind of need, you like to work hard for things. You're great at manifesting, but a lot of times when you manifest things pretty quickly and easily, and then you don't think you earn them, and then you have to go through this whole process. So, you've seen it a few times, and that's okay. It hasn't worked out yet because you didn't fully feel like you earned it. But don't settle. The world needs you to do the thing that you do, and it might not seem like it's a huge positive force that can change people's lives, but you living in the energy of following your truth is revolutionary, and people will feel that. They'll feel your happiness. They'll feel you not grieving what could have been. They'll feel you moving towards a goal, and that is enough to keep someone from jumping off a cliff, you know. These are not your cards, but these are messages that came out. There's sexuality and change. So I think, you know, Virgos can be, at least Venus in Virgo can be a little self-contained and serious. So this is just kind of like, go have fun, change it up a little bit, express yourself, enjoy some pleasure. All that's going to be good for you. Demeter, feelings and emotions. So just letting your feelings and emotions help you purge and process what's going on, because you're going to be so busy this month. When you do have downtime, the emotions are probably going to come up. Don't ignore that. Make sure you are taking that downtime alone. If you can, but there are some things from when it didn't work out last time around that need to be processed before you can realize this big, bold vision. That you know, it might not happen this month, but you're doing some internal work this month so that you can start moving toward that. There is still some karmic work that needs to be done. This is a karma card. There is still some karmic work that needs to be done so that you stop believing that because it didn't work in the past, then it's not going to work in the future. You need to shift that, and the only way to shift that is to truly start to feel and heal what's going on in your heart. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, and have the best September ever. Happy birthday. And I hope to see you on one of your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Take care, and happy September.